This is like one of those items where like the clouds open and like the heaven choir and...
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you owned in the 90s that are worth a fortune today.
They're pretty cool. Actually, some of them can be worth a lot of money.
So these go for a lot of money, yes.
For this list, we'll be looking at items you 90s babies might have tucked away in your closets that could make you some serious coin today. We've collected the most nostalgic, most memorable, and potentially most valuable toys, games, collectibles, and more for consideration. If it was popular in the decade before the new millennium, it counts. Take your suggestions to the bank, or at least our comments section. Number 10. Hot Wheels.
Ask any racer, any real racer. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
If spring cleaning is turning your bedroom floor into an amateur roller rink, you might still have a few of these bad boys lying around.
A real racetrack, wide so you can pass, no lane so you can crash.
The 90s marked a new phase for Mattel's answer to the Matchbox toy line, as the brand introduced collector numbers for its cars and the customized Treasure Hunt series. These specifically made models aimed to change toy cars for kids into collectibles for adults, and some have acquired scarcity today. Complete sets are selling anywhere from $70 to $350. Rarest of all is the 1995 Collector number 271. This Firebird funny car model could go for up to $3,600 US, if still in its original packaging. What's in your race car?
What's in your wallet?
Number 9. VHS tapes. Kids, we used to watch movies from a little black box called a VCR.
Barney, that was my VCR. Ted, it was a VCR.
In the age of Disney's Renaissance, the company was no slouch in pumping out its films on VHS, complete with those satisfying to open plastic cases. If your house includes some of these, do some research on their value. Specifically, cases from the Black Diamond collection show high dollar signs online.
When is the best time to buy a Disney masterpiece? Right now. Because now you can get the greatest savings ever on the greatest movies in the Disney Masterpiece Collection.
It's important to remember that collectibles are really only worth what people will pay for them, so these items rarely sell for the price tag you see. Some copies do go for $80 and up. And check your wrestling tapes, as some bundles of WCW videotapes have sold for over $300. Hey, you never know.
New York Lotto. Hey, you never know.
Number 8. American Girl and Barbie dolls. Are you a Samantha, a Molly, or a Kirsten? These retired American Girl dolls were the first in a collection dubbed Historicals, and are among those that can fetch some big bucks on eBay.
It's 1904. The bright, beguiling Samantha Parkington is as full of energy and ideas as the brand new 20th century.
Any models archived before Mattel's 1998 purchase of the American Girl toy line are particularly sought after, with sets of such dolls and their accessories going for up to $1,100. A little-known icon named Barbie also appeared in a few 90s commercials, where she owned a dream motorhome, grew to my size, and dressed like Scarlett O'Hara.
My size bride Barbie, wear her pretty veil, sparkling necklace, here's the bag.
All of these iterations can carry $200 to $300 price tags today, but the grand Barbie of all could be the 1990 Modern Wedding Barbie, with an asking price of $9,000 unopened.
Her veil would float like a cloud.
Wedding fantasy Barbie.
She'd be the most beautiful bride in the world.
Wedding fantasy Barbie.
Number 7. Retro video game cartridges.
Legend of Zelda. A never-ending adventure new for your Nintendo Entertainment System. Zelda!
Kids today will never experience that lightheaded feeling after puffing into the cartridge of a frozen Nintendo game. In the age of online gaming, the ability to hold a physical copy of your newest adventure with Mario may be going extinct.
It's actually pronounced Wi-Fi, Ralph.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And Wi-Fi is the internet, which is an online community where human beings go to shop and play games and socialize.
Ooh, fun!
Oh, no, it is not. That sign right there says Wi-Fi. What it should say is Di-Fi.
In fact, a very specific version of Super Mario Bros. 3 can match the value of an automobile. Trigger words like sealed and special edition make cartridges like 97's N64 GoldenEye and 96 Musha for Sega Genesis huge sellers. Only 116 copies of an exclusive Nintendo World Championships 1990 ever existed, making it one of the most valuable retro games on the market.
Oh, wow. I've never actually seen these in person.
Most people haven't. These are the most coveted video games on the planet.
See, moms? Those video games weren't wasted time after all. Number 6. Action figures. When you spent time getting your inner action figure on, it was usually the most fun when the entire team got together. If you've kept any together, some complete sets of 90s playtime heroes like Gargoyles, Power Rangers, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles can fetch a paycheck of hundreds.
Donatello, master of the staff. War! Leonardo, the katana blade.
Remember TMNT Nemesis Scratch the Cat? Neither do we. His short-lived 9 lives on the show also meant a small number of his toys were produced, so finding one could be worth $6 grand. Were you a WWE fan? Hasbro briefly produced a line of action figures inspired by 90s wrestling popularity. Dusty Rhodes and Hulk Hogan in particular are $1,000 treasures if you still have one. So Google your toys in the attic before tossing them. Number 5. Tamagotchis.
Well, if it isn't Tamagotchi, her new favorite pet. Yes! So what's that make me, fish sticks?
In 1996, Japanese toy manufacturer Bandai came up with these virtual pets that you could hatch, care for, and watch perish after being confiscated by the school teacher. Some surviving vintage models of these egg creatures merit some moolah.
Mine sleeps like a little angel, and I can pause it too. Mine's done so many good deeds, it has more angel power.
Notables include a first-generation red and white Tamagotchi, a Yasashi blue model, and a Japan-exclusive black Devilgotchi.
Oh, come off it. You come off it. You infinity.
Tamagotchi even entered Godzilla mode with the Mothra Tamagotchi, inspired by the great monster's nemesis. This Mothra Gotchi was made in limited numbers and worth putting up for sale, if you can find one. If you're unsure of the value of yours, pose a question on Tamatalk, an online Tamagotchi fan forum. Unlike the pets themselves, it seems our Tamagotchi love will never die.
I left you with 6 adult Tamagotchis in perfect health, and by the time I came home, they were all dead.
Number 4. Pokémon Cards. Even if it was before your time, you've likely heard of this craze, perhaps because it really hasn't gone extinct. Game designer Satoshi Tajiri imagined creatures that owners could battle and trade using playing cards.
Introducing the Pokemon trading card game.
Determining the value of the cards today can come down to minuscule details, like the presence or absence of certain markings.
So how much do you want for these things?
I'm looking for right in the area of $500,000.
And the condition in which the cards have been kept. Some specific cards, like a 1999 #1 trainer card, were only awarded to certain contest winners and can be astronomically invaluable if found. Most coveted of all may be the first edition holographic Charizard. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering cards also deserve a nod, but it's Pokemon who are the kings of catching them all. Number 3. Furbies.
More Furbies, more fun. Sleep.
A quiet slumber party.
Me. Sleep. More Furbies, more fun.
Like with the Tamagotchi, it may be a fascination with apparent sentience in childhood toys that make Furbies the phenomenon that they were. This Furbish-speaking imp was the Christmas present we all wanted in 1998.
You likely won't spot one on store shelves, though. There's just too many people trying to find one.
Tiger Electronics capitalized on the trend with limited edition versions of Furbies, including holiday-themed designs and variations based on characters from pop culture.
But remember...
I know. He hates bright lights.
No.
Never feed him after midnight?
No way.
What then?
Gizmo, he'll be your best friend. Moochie.
Autumn Witch, Statue of Liberty, and Gizmo Furbies might be the cutest, but the uncommon finds like Kid Cuisine Furby or an unboxed 1998 First Edition Furby can be even more valuable. The literal and figurative crown, however, goes to FAO Schwartz's Bejeweled Furby. dripping with Swarovski crystals, 18-karat gold, and a $100,000 sticker price. Only 5 were ever made. Number 2. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, first edition. In 1997, J.K. Rowling's novel about the boy who lived became a literary marvel that ensnared global attention and reignited youngsters with a love of reading.
Joanne wrote most of her book in an Edinburgh cafe.
It's very lonely, sitting at home all day, on your own, with a computer.
Whether you know it by the Philosopher's or the Sorcerer's Stone, you likely owned a copy of Harry Potter's first novel if you were around for its release. Double check your bookshelves, though, as your copy could earn some serious galleons.
How much you want for it?
Well, I thought it might be worth $10,000.
Like others on this list, minuscule details determine the collectible's value. Both UK and US first editions with specific printing numbers, as well as a fabled volume giving authorship to Joanne Rowling, can have 4 zeros attached to their dollar signs. And if you have any Rowling's golden signature, you're really in the money.
We're in the money. We're in the money.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Bop It Extreme. How fast could you bop it?
You can bop it, right? New Bop It Extreme, batteries not included.
Talk Boy. Love for Home Alone will never die.
Stop drooling on me. Stop drooling on me.
Polly Pocket. Much like Barbie, certain outfitted sets can be worth hundreds.
The town we've been wishing for, Polly Pocket.
Happy Meal toys. Some McDonald's rarities are related to others on this list.
Teeny Beanie Babies and a Happy Meal. Real Thai Beanie Babies in a mini size. To toss, tuck, or just plain love.
Tickle Me Elmo. Only worth about $50 today, but it comes with invaluable nostalgia.
When your child tickles him, he talks, laughs, and his whole body shakes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies are an economics teacher's cautionary evidence that collectibles are not investments.
It's estimated that close to 10 million people collect Beanie Babies. For many of us Beanie kids, we just love them because they're so cute and cuddly, and you can squish them and toss them and stack them up and dress them up.
The stuffed animals that shoppers once trampled each other for now line garage sales in $1 price buckets. However, very specific Thai characters do populate internet thumbnails with sums above $40,000. Valentino Bear, Gobbles the Turkey, and Princess, the Purple's limited edition bear honoring Princess Diana of Wales, are hailed as the most precious.
Bottom line, your chances of having a rare one are rare. And if you should get lucky, though, on eBay right now, people are wanting as much as $149,000 for their bears.
Extremely nuanced elements like tag spelling errors, uncommon color shades, or even the type of pellet used in manufacturing all determine a Beanie Baby's rock star status as rare. Though most members of this 90s fad didn't turn out to be life-changing assets, it's quite surprising that a few black swans very much did.
We must have had probably about 200 to 300 of them, I bet, yeah.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.